What's the weirdest thing that's happened to you while you've been at work? This is a setting the bar story, which is what, Kelly?
It's an example of what not to do, or a situation we hope you don't find yourself in.
Right. If you can manage to make it through the day without stealing a work truck with the worker still on it, then you're doing okay. So what I mean by that is a Spectrum truck. You know, you've seen those around town, right?
Sure.
Now, this out of North Carolina, not local, but the bucket was up. And the worker was in the bucket up.
Oh, no. Oh, that is not safe. That is not safe at all.
Yeah, he was working on some power lines, probably trying to, install or disconnect or connect some cabling, right? When Frank rolled in and decided, you know what?
I'm going to take that for a spin.
I'm going to take that truck for a spin.
That is not good. Oh, my gosh. Did he get hurt?
So apparently he did hurt his leg. The thing that really helped him was, for safety precautions, he was strapped to the bucket so he didn't immediately fall out. But yeah, Frank, who'd just been released from jail 2 hours earlier.
Oh, my gosh.
Decided he was going to help himself to that truck. Here are some witnesses.
I've been up 80 feet, and you're that far up in the air, just the wind can shift and make you move, rock back 2 or 3 feet. He had to be terrified.
I feel for that person's family. He was just doing what he was supposed to do.
He was just doing what he was supposed to do.
Well, yes. Apparently, the guy did get tossed from the bucket, but had that safety strap on. That's what saved him, cut himself off, fell and hurt his leg.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But my goodness.
So
my goodness.
That is your setting the bar story. Could have been a lot worse, obviously. Frank now facing all sorts of more charges and probably going to be headed right back to jail.
I mean, Frank could see the bucket. That's not something that you just don't notice.
Now, I will say that I have been a part of something similar at work
to this?
here, where it doesn't involve someone stealing the DJX truck.
Okay.
All right.
Also, we don't have a bucket attached to it.
Well,
so
but
good.
we do, and we used to have a DJX truck that had a huge mast on it. And
yes, we did, like a big antenna.
Right. The wildest thing I think probably that I can remember that relates to this was we have had to replace that antenna several times because we would go to a remote location and then we would broadcast for our studios and our shows from a remote location, and we would have the antenna up, right? And at the end of the broadcast,
we drive home, drive back.
Leave, right? But sometimes
forgot to
our remote technician wouldn't take
put that down first.
Wouldn't take it down, and then
take it down.
Then kind of like the old can opener there at U of L, man, we would go under an overpass and whack.
Oh, that is like the first thing you're supposed to do at the end. Okay.
I mean, there weren't alarms in the car.
There should have been. That is a fail. There should have been hey, backup little beep beeps. There should be a little beep beep. You're trying to drive with the antenna up. Don't do that. There should have been a beep beep.
There should have been. Sure,
should
Kelly. There should have been.
Should have been.
There wasn't.
Okay.
So,
wow.
Anyways, that is your setting the bar story, and that's our little story here from DJX. But yeah, what was the weirdest thing that's happened at your work?
Well, I bet that Spectrum worker didn't think when he went to work that day that he's going to have to worry about somebody driving the truck with him in the bucket.
Yeah.
Probably never thought that would ever in a million years happen.
Right. But it happened. And now he's our setting the bar story.
Thanks, Frank.
On 99.7 DJX.